Good morning, everyone. Who knows, it'll still be morning by the time I get this going, but I'm gonna try. So for today's Busted Out, I'm gonna clean my room and clean my area, destashing, doing things like that. And I came across this that I guess I picked up. I know I picked it up through HSN, but I think in like September, October. So, it's been, 5 or 6 months. So, my Busted Outs are usually decades old or maybe years old. I think 6 months is probably qualifies, right? I don't know. If any of the items are still available, I'll have links in the description box, which would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. These are the kind of things that they bring out, they sell out. I do know there was on Craft Stash for a while. Obviously, Craft Companion's own site probably has some of the items. I'm not, 100% sure, but it is the Woodland Friends collection, and I wish I'd gone through it earlier just because it's so cute, but I just, I got it, put it away. And I try not to do that. You guys know that. As soon as I get things in, sometimes I'll even open it at that moment and start using it. So I want to not do that anymore, especially with HSN. In case you don't like it, you want to return it, you have 30 days. But I always try to use the stuff to at least try it out. But this is the whole collection. I don't know if there's any more of it. I don't know what I would want to use from it yet. I know we have like on the edge kind of dyes. The only thing about this kind of thing is that if you color this with Spectrum Noir markers or your Diamond Press markers or any alcoholic markers, they're going to bleed through to the other side. So it's kind of a weird thing to do unless you use color pencils, which actually I was thinking about. I haven't used my color pencils in a long time. Maybe that's what I should bust out too. I do like this little deer. Let's see what else we have in here. There's a embossing folder. Of course, the papers that are adorable. See, that's the thing. I would want to use this paper. It is so cute. This is one thing that did just steal my heart. I love the paper from this set. Super cute. It looks like there's 4 of each. Look at those. Adorable. So let's see what we can come up with. Ugh, just so pretty. And they also had a larger paper pad of this, which I wasn't aware of, and I only had the little guy. And then there's stickers. I don't know why this is outside of the packaging. I might have opened it when I unboxed it, maybe? Like, what is this? There's something stuck on here. I don't know. Unless it came that way. That seems weird. And then we have our base papers that are very, very textured. This is a really weird color. But a lot of texture. I don't know if you can see it. And they're kind of thin, you know what I'm saying? Like, very bendy. There's some papers that are thick, and it just feels like they're, even though they're thick, they feel not so strong. That's how this one feels. It feels very handmade paper feel to it, where it's kind of like wobbly. So, what I'm going to do, and then we have all these sentiments, oh my gosh, or stamp sets, and these obviously you just would color in. If you want to fussy cut them, that's up to you. I don't think they have dyes. We have the words with love, happy birthday, with an asterisk. Metal die cuts 2 separate words. Okay, well, obviously they have it on here as 2 separate words, but like this one's all stuck together. Interesting. Really cute foliage border, but I think I'm going to do this guy and probably something like what they're showing here. And then we'll use color pencils because that's another thing I haven't used, like I said, in a very long time. I do have Gamsol. Well, I don't have Gamsol. I have the Spectrum Noir blending solution. I don't know what they call it, but it's basically the same thing as Gamsol. So if I need to use that, but again, when you use that, maybe it's then going to make it seep through to the back. And then what's the point of having cut it? You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is because, it's going to open. It looks cute. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to use this guy. We're going to use a little deer. He's going to be pretty basic. I do like this on the other side. It's kind of cute. That's obviously a much wider card by the time you're done with it. You'd probably put it like a square envelope or something like that. Okay, let me grab some paper and we'll get started. Okay, so you know what? Just to make it a little different, I'm going to use craft cardstock. So we're going to color this on craft cardstock. I figure it's a good thing to do with this subject matter because it's brown already. And we'll still do some coloring. And then the little red looks really cute when you pop it on craft cardstock, so I think it'll be a cute thing to do here. And I didn't score my card, so 1 second. Standard A2 size card, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4.25 on the 8.5 side, of course. Hope everyone's doing well. I know the weather's been wild and so bad in Texas, so hopefully you guys are getting what you need and So much going on. So let's put this here. And you see what I'm doing? I'm just butting up against this edge here to help me, and then I push it out towards this so that hopefully these edges will be pretty straight. As you can see, this is just a little bit extra. I don't know if you can see that on this front piece, you know? Ay. All right, there we go. And I've been getting a lot of questions recently about these stamping blocks, and people would like me to put a link. I don't have links to them because I've had these for a long time. I don't even know if Close to My Heart still makes them that they look like this. I'm sure they do because this is like an amazing design. Look how clear they are. I mean, look how long that is, and you can still see my finger down here just perfectly. Of course, I should clean them better, but they're from Close to My Heart. So if you just go to their website, you know, or if you have a person who sells it, use their link because they would appreciate that. So there it is, but look at that. I know I was thinking about getting back with it just because of that. There's I have so many inks of theirs. I love their ink. Their ink is great. You know, I just would, well, I guess I would have a link to it, but if you have a vendor or a person who sells it, go through them. You know, it's always nice to give them that little commission there. Okay, so we're gonna use these. Oh, okay. They are photopolymer, which isn't always what Crafter's Companion works with, so that's nice. I mean, they look like photopolymer. It smells like it. Let me see. They look a little different. Yeah, they are. And then this one, people ask me about this one too. This one is from Tonic, and this one is super inexpensive on Tonic's site. I know this is Wednesday, and they usually have their Wednesday deals. They're pretty much sold out, you guys. I did say in the video that I posted yesterday for the Wednesday deals that they post for the US, even the UK, on Tuesdays for Wednesday, okay? Really early. So whenever you see my video, it's basically because it's ready to go. You can hop right over. And I had said, you know, the links were there, but a lot of people were like, oh, I missed it. Oh, I didn't know it was... And I was like, well, I said it in the video there that it was ready. I know we're not expecting that because it's Tuesday, and maybe they should change that. But they've been doing that more often recently where they just post it on Tuesday. So if you see my video, a heads up or an actual video like I did yesterday, then you'll know about that. Okay. I probably should have left this flat until I was ready to stamp, but here we go. What else is going on? Diamond Press videos will be coming up soon, very soon, hopefully, because March 2nd, you know, with the craft day coming up on HSN. I'm going to use this Nuvo hybrid ink because I don't know what Gamsol does or how if it's not water, it must be like it melts the wax. So I have a feeling it's probably alcohol-based, mineral spirit type thing. So I'm going to use this because I don't know what to use, what specific thing to use. So I'll start those guys. I've already started making my Spellbinders videos for the first because I like to launch them on the first when they launch their kits. And I'm telling you guys, next month is so cute, the stuff they have coming up. So keep an eye out for those. Lots of things going on. And as you guys know, Matt is leaving on Sunday. So a lot going on here. All right, I'm going to try to stamp this. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have folded the paper. But I'm just putting it wherever I feel like. So like here. If I had not folded paper, it would be lying nice and flat and not moving on me. But since I folded my card, the paper wants to do its own thing. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I do have a couple things from Tonic that are going to be here late, so they might launch before I get them. But, you know, I always still try it out. All right, pretty good. I missed a little bit there. I probably should have bought my stamping mat. Where is my little towel? I always have a little towel, and I think I dropped it the other day. I haven't bothered to look for it. I'm just wiping that, but I normally wouldn't wipe with paper towel. See all that little fluffiness is going to be on my stamp now, so I'll rinse it under water in a minute. And I guess just to make like a little scene, just like they have there, I'll just put this little guy here. I was saying maybe I should put one over here, but we're going to cut it off, so that wouldn't make much sense. So let's just put this little guy here. I think that's all I'm going to do. Because I don't really need... I don't know, we'll see what happens. I have a little deer booty right here. I don't really want to get this too close to that. Cute. Is there a grass one in here? No. I'll say if there's another grass... stamp, I would use it, but I wonder, that'd be very difficult. I was gonna say, I wonder if I could kind of do this kind of thing and just stamp the grass. I don't want to mess with it. It would be a little difficult. Okay, we're not going to use that. Okay. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and do the coloring first, and then we'll run through the, sorry about that glare, oh my gosh. And then we'll run the dye through. So the dyes that are in here are like this. So again, you can cut the whole deer out if you just wanted the deer and put it on a card somehow, or you can cut the back side of it out by itself, or you can cut the front side of it by itself, and then, oh, the little leaf has a dye. That's cool, I didn't know that. So we'll see. But for now, that's what we're gonna do. And let me grab this, and I think I'm just gonna do this, try to do it without Gamsol. I don't normally use it anyway. So I'm gonna bring out my beautiful Arteza pencils, and what I should do is take a scrap of craft. And you know me, usually I'll just go for it. But let's see what, like, oh, that's a pretty red. This is carmine red. And let me see what this lighter one might do. We can blend those two. They're pretty close in color, but just to get a little variation. Definitely want the white pencil. Oopsie. I believe there's a white one, but I gotta find it. You know, I like these trays, so I keep mine in here, and I have extra Arteza, what's it called? Bags I can put them in, but I like the trays. And having said that, of course, I have some that spilled over here. Let me move these back in place. Just so my colors are still in order. I want this white one for sure, because you see the white on craft looks really nice. We need like a beigey color for this guy, the little stump. So what I'm gonna do is just go through and find colors that I think might work. Like that's pretty good, because you can see it and it's not too light. Do I have another tanny beige one? No, okay. And then for our deer, let me see if this is brown or red. Oh, that's so pretty. It's too red though, no? That's a really pretty color. Okay, let me put that to the side. That's a contender. Maybe more like that. Maybe he should be more this color. And then what's the softer color to go with that? Maybe that color. It's a little pinky. You know, I'm not super picky. So I'm using cinnamon and burnt ochre, I think, for the deer. We have this little camel brown for the stump here. We have some white, which is just the white quartz. And then with the red with carmine red and rose red. And let me get some inspiration from here. What are they doing as far as... Yeah, I mean, he needs that little tan color. Maybe I should pick another like light tan color. See if it shows up. Let's use this guy. There's yellow ochre. If I went lightly with it. No, let me see what this one is. This is turmeric yellow. Maybe it's turmeric yellow and just keep it light. Okay, let me move these things aside so I can keep these pencils in front of me, and I'll be right back. I also chose a green because we need something for the grassy area down here. So let's get started. So I'm gonna use the red, and I'm gonna start with the lighter red down the center. Let me get a little bit closer here. And you know, craft cardstock has its own tooth and all that, so I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm just trying to get color down. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I am putting that red everywhere. This is the lighter color red. And then I'll come in with the carmine red, which I probably need to sharpen. Ooh, yeah. And I'll bring this around the edges here. Applying it a little bit heavier around the very edges. And I'll bring this guy in. And I'm just trying to rub those two colors together. Now this is why I use the Gamsol kind of thing, just to kind of blend it together. But it's not bad. And I'm not trying to push too hard. I don't want the back side of the card to look like I was really working it, you know. Then we have the little white for the little white dots. Make that pop a little bit. I know I went outside the line there, and I probably could erase that. I don't know. Let's put this little guy in here. And then we have these little yellow, I'll go with the lighter color down in here. And I'll take the little darker one. And across here. And I'll just do a little bit down here. I also wonder what the Gamsol type stuff would do on paper like this. Either way, I'm not going to use it. I'm just blending it with the pencils themselves. And then the little green grass, maybe do a little light green up here. And that's just to add color. A little bit of the darker green down here. This is just my own take on this. Oh, you know what? I need black for the hooves too, now that I look at that. There's the dark green and the lighter green. And I'm just mixing those together. Just like that. Not even trying to blend them, just something. Okay, so let me look at this again. This is the darker brown, right? Okay, and this is lighter brown. That's tough. What do I want to do? This is the lighter kind of color brown, so I'm just going to take this one. And I'm being very soft about this, just rubbing it on the top there. And I'm looking at the picture, kind of what they suggest for coloring, and it kind of goes in here. And up here. Something like that. For now, I'm just doing this very lightly. All in here. In all this area. Again, that's just to get color down. I'll come in with that darker brown, then I'll still blend it out more with this. A little tough when it gets around these little guys. And in here. Down her whole little leg. Okay, I'm gonna take that darker one. Just kind of go in here. It's very red, this one. It has a reddish brown tone. Just in the areas where it should be a little darker. Maybe right around here. Maybe delineate this a little bit with that same. Okay, and in here. And here. So I'm just gonna go around and add some darker tones, and I'll be right back. I just add some of that color. I'm gonna come back in with the cinnamon color and kind of apply it a little more heavy, and bring those colors in. And just rolling that in there. And in here a little bit. And just bring that out. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the whole thing where I did the cinnamon color to begin with. And just add a little more color. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, and so that's what I did. In the lightest areas, I'm going to take this burnt ochre and just put a little bit of color on her little face. I'm going to come back in with some black for the nose and the little feet. So this is our lighter color. And then I'll bring in that cinnamon to accent the lighter color. Not too much. Put that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to take the yellow tone just to go on these little dots. So I'm going to go on each one of these, and it's going to take a little minute, so I will be right back. Okay, so I didn't test this one yet, but I got pewter gray and I have black, so I'm going to come in to the little nose and just do that pewter gray, and then come in with some black, because black is very strong color here, so I'm just going to Just lightly put that on there. Same thing with the little hooves. I'm just going to go in with the gray first and then add the black in. And if I need to blend those two together, I'll do that, but blend it with that. And then anywhere, I guess I could use the pen. Like, there's a little eye over here. It came out very light. So this is just a pigment, Micron Pigma pen. And I'm just going to come back in here and just darken that up a little bit. Just so those little facial features don't just kind of go away. And yeah, so I'll be back once I finish the little hooves. Okay, so that's that. It didn't take too long. Again, it's craft cardstock. It reacts differently. I think that's cute. I kind of want to do some shadows though. It looks very plain here, but we'll see. All right, let me get this here. Be careful when you're pulling these, because look what I just did. It'll flatten back out, but that's kind of weird. Okay, if you want to cut this on a scrap piece of paper so you can see exactly where you're cutting, I'm just looking through here and hopefully that will be okay. And I'm going to tape it, and whenever I tape something like this, I tape it on the side. Hopefully that's going to be cut off, because that way if that paper gets messed up, well, it doesn't matter because it's on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It's out over here, instead of taping on the inside where you did your nice little coloring and everything. So let's just make sure that's good to go. All right, this is a standard A2 size card. I'm gonna run it this way, so it does have to be a bigger machine. If you plan your card maybe in a long way and still cut that on that side, it'll be a little different look, but you can put it through your marquee, you know, or a smaller machine. But either way, I'm gonna run this through. And then since I've been asked to show kind of how I do that, this is the Gemini Junior I'll be using, but it's really the same thing in a Gemini or larger machine. Like the Gemini, if it's the Empress, obviously it's something different. But I'm putting this cutting plate. I usually like to keep my magnetic mat away from the die because it'll impress into your magnetic mat. So I always keep that separate. Then maybe the metal mat and then this one. Okay, I'm just gonna run that through. It's super loud, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. See what we got. Hopefully it didn't move too much. I am gonna start probably using a newer set of plates. Because that one is so scratched up and like I need to wash them actually. I don't know if you can see this. Like in here, there's like a lot of red and that will imprint itself in my white paper or other color paper. So I should wash them and we'll see if that's enough because they're pretty dirty. I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna cut this extra piece off anyway, so it doesn't really matter what that ends up looking like there. And I'm just gonna cut it with scissors. If you want to use an X-Acto knife, you know, that might be better. Let's use an X-Acto. I'm going to use just a regular old thing here. And as I see, I'm looking at it, I don't think that these are exactly on the same line. Like this is here, this is a little bit more that way. So if you want to do it straight, you're going to have to do this one first and then this one. Okay. There it is. I was like, I know I put my X-Acto somewhere. Here we go. And it's actually not X-Acto brand, it is Arteza. Make sure it's nice and tight. Sometimes these loosen up, don't just start using them, like make sure it's tight, you're good to go. Okay. Yeah, they're not on the same plane as far as I'm concerned. So I'm gonna cut from here, right against my ruler. You do not have to use X-Acto, you can just take your scissors and give it a chomp. And then this one I'll move over and just do it here. So cute. Okay, let me think about what I want to put behind this and I'll be right back. I was thinking about using a plain paper, kind of like in the example, but then I just brought out the paper pack and I'm looking, you know, what might be cute behind there. That's cute. I mean, there's lots of pretty papers. So as I was auditioning them, I liked this one, I think. But I'm going to cut it so that this part is on the top. Does that make sense? So we need something matte in here. Basically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but a little bit smaller. That's what I like to do. So I'll cut it like at 4 and just shy of 1/4, 4 1/4, and just shy of 5 1/2. Okay. But again, I'm going to cut it so that, you know, it's funny. This paper feels thicker than that other paper. Just has a better feel to it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it on this side. Boom, 4 and just shy of 1/4, and then 5 1/2 down. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. Let's bring this in and see what that looks like. Oh, that's sweet. I like that. I'm missing color here. You know what? Okay, let me stick this down, and all I'm gonna do is get the same 2 greens and just add some color over here on this edge, okay? But let's go ahead and glue this guy down. I keep meaning to bring out my ATG, but I remember I have 2 ATGs actually, because when it came out, it was like so hard to find. So when I found it on, I think it was Flowers to Flourishes. It used to be a website where every day they would have like a deal, only one deal, and then it would sell out. Are they still around? I don't know, but Flowers to Flourishes, something like that. And I got one from them, and then when I finally saw it at Michael's or something weird, like while I was waiting, I thought, well, what if I didn't get it? I found another one, so I bought that one too. But the one I used most often would always squeak really badly. So I remember making videos and being like, but never thought to use the other one, because I thought, well, maybe I'll sell it, you know? It's like, okay, I didn't sell it, and I still have it. That's a good busted out. I do like the ATG. I think once I bought some of the refill for it, and it was wound the wrong way, which is really weird. And and I didn't notice for a while because I stock up on the the little thing, so I never took it back. I think I got it at Michael's, and I was like, oh. And then if you want it to be acid free, it costs more than just like the regular one, right? So it's like, why would they even have a regular one? What does anybody want it for? It should just be acid free and a good price. But anyway. All right, you can always use coupons, so it's not the biggest deal. So cute. Okay, let me color this in. I'll be right back. So let me tell you what I like about this paper is that you can still, it's light enough. You can write whatever you're gonna write to, whoever you're sending this to, Stamp, whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, there's lots of stamps actually in the little other ones. There's lots of accent stamps that we can use. Like the little leaves, maybe like little leaves falling, that'd be cute, right? Oh, and that reminds me, I have a lot of things from Elizabeth Craft Design that go along with this. Oh, that would have been cute. I like a little stump and all these different things. But anyway, and then you can stamp your words there however you want. I think I'm going to use one of these stickers since it's already open anyway. So I was like, And I was looking at this one, especially since I don't know what is stuck to it. There we go. With love on your special day. May your day be as special as you are. Just for you, but these are smaller though, so I was thinking about using like this guy. Okay. What is going on here? Do I have to cut this out myself? This is weird. Very odd. Are these even stickers? What is going on? Let me see this other one. 3D die cut toppers. Okay. Why are they not cut away from the page? Am I being pranked? I'm being pranked, aren't I? No, I'm just kidding. What is that? Actually, mention to your project with these fabulous 3D cut toppers. 2 sheets of die cut toppers and variety designs to complement the range. Okay. That is really weird. Oh. I don't want to cut this out. What is even going on? I guess we can cut it out in a square fashion. You guys. Let me see here. Okay, well, that is very weird. And I guess I am going to... I'm thinking, do I really want to fussy cut it? Maybe I should just cut it with... I can't, though. You have to get right around here. That can't be right. That is really weird. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Let me look at this a little bit. Okay, I guess I was asking too much or something, because this is not... It doesn't even say stickers. It just says 3D die cut toppers. And on the back, like what I read, yeah, it just says toppers. That is so weird. Ew. Okay. Well, I'm going to spend some moments cutting this out. This is really not at all what I would want to do. And it's very persnickety, this one. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go around this and cut this out. And oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry, I was really close because I'm having it right up in my face. I'll be back. I'm going to admit, after I did all that, I don't really like this one for this. So I'm not going to use it. But Yeah, fussy cut it out, and I guess I would just glue it down. That is so weird. I thought they were stickers, and I was like, oh, these are so cute, because they are. But now that I know I have to snip, snip, not so cute anymore. Okay, so let's skip that. Let's see how big this is. I could just stamp a little piece and do that, but let's see how big this happy birthday part is. That's weird. Isn't that weird? That is weird. I'm sorry. That's a very weird thing to do. If you guys ever watched maybe Sarah or one of those people there at Crafts Companion working on this, let me know, and let me know if they're supposed to be stickers, because they are certainly not. Let's see here. So it is one die that cuts 2 words, like it says there. I just want to see. Ooh, Lord. Do you see that? It bent really easy. It looks like it'd probably break there if you wanted it to, I suppose. Happy birthday. I'm not feeling that, guys. Hey there, just for you. You're a hoot. Have a nice day. Go nuts. Those don't have anything to do with a deer. Hey there. You're a hoot. Why is this so difficult for me right now? I'm just like, oh, you know what? There's some on here, though. You are so dear. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. You are so dear to me. Okay. This is kind of odd. Am I going to make it artsy? Does that even make sense to make it artsy? So I'm going to stamp you are so and then dear to me on craft cardstock, and I'll be right back. Stamp that. Obviously this one didn't come out quite right just because I kept that edge of the stamping part there too high. And what I like to do when I like to make things a little artsy but try to make them fit is just to give them a little bit of this, and then I'll put that on another color and we'll play with it a little bit. So I'm going to have this piece that says to me. I'll have this piece that says dear. I'm just going to try to cut as straight as I can and trim off the extra that I don't want. And then like that. Straight as I can. You can use the paper trimmer. And then the you are so, and I'll be right back. I have those, and what I'll do is glue them to something like this, and then I'll trim around those. That's kind of what I like to do whenever I kind of can't work out what's going on, or I don't know, it just gives it a little extra, and then we'll probably pop those up to give some dimension on the front of the card. I need to give up this bottle of adhesive here. People ask me all the time, what are you using? And I say what I'm using most of the time, deluxe adhesive from, that one's from Tonic. And I love it. And they did have a bundle of it last week, I'm expecting, because I ordered it. They usually put them in their bundles like on Wednesdays and Fridays. Not always, but otherwise you can buy one bottle at a time. And sometimes they're out of stock. But I do have a link in the description box to the glues I use, pretty much always there, ready to go. Why I like to use a wet glue too is because, like, let's say I was cutting this and I didn't really like it, I could still kind of move it and play with it and make it work. So that's what I'm going to do with all of them, and I'll be right back. So I was kind of putting things away, and I'm like, there are a ton of sentiments in this, which is nice. I mean, even the other stamp sets like these guys, you know, you can use some of the stamps from there. Obviously, the deer has its own little stamps going. But, yeah. Sorry, I had a little sneezy. Okay. So after all of that, we're going to put these guys here. You are so dear to me. And maybe that can even hang off the side. Something like that, or you can put it however you like. You are so dear to me. It, you know, whatever. It feels like it needs to be scalloped in a way. That's the right word? I don't know. Let me look at this again. You are so... maybe I'll do it like that. I don't really like putting things so straight. That one's different. You are so dear to me. I'm just like not feeling this today. All right, maybe there. Who knows? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna use a little 3D glue gel just to be done with this. And a lot of times I like to put them like a little bit like, oh, a little, you know, like this and like that, but I don't know. We'll see. That nasty little piece out there. You are so dear to me. This was, I don't know, it just took some doing. And it's just me, you know. You are so dear to me. Okay, I'll probably mess with those a little bit more, but that's all we're gonna do. I can see they're crooked, so I'm gonna fix those a little bit. All right, guys. Again, this is why whenever you pick something up, try it out. Try it out. It might be not what you expected or not quite, you know, what it is, or as easy as you thought it might be to work with, you know. I like the on the edge thing. I think that's cute. I like that you can cut the whole thing out. Yeah, it just, you know, I was just really surprised by those things not being stickers. That is so weird. That like threw me off completely. So, yeah, that was tough. It was fun using the coloring pencil. Again, you don't see on the back side. I wasn't pushing really hard, so you don't see like scribble marks back here, because that happens sometimes too when you're using a pencil or something and you're pushing, and you'll see on the other side. So that worked out really well. Again, if you want to blend it more, you can work the color pencils themselves more, or use something like Gamsol or those kind of things that help you color blend. But for now, I think we're good. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Busted Out, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.